Hi, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of joybaking.com. Today we're going to make a crumb cake, and this is what it looks like. On the bottom we have this wonderful moist and dense white cake, and then on top we're going to use lots and lots of buttery sweet crumbs. So the first thing you need to do is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 180 degrees Celsius. And then you will need an 8-inch square, that's 20 centimeter baking pan. And you can either butter it or just spray it with one of those non-stick sprays. When I butter my pan, I just melt a little bit of butter and then use a pastry brush. Makes it really easy. Okay. And then, just to make doubly sure that our cake does not stick to the bottom of the pan, I'm just putting a piece of parchment paper. So that's our pan. Now, this batter, don't need like a stand mixer or a hand mixer. We're going to do everything by hand. So we're going to start with our crumb topping. So in a bowl, I have 1.5 cups, which is 195 grams of all-purpose flour. You may know that as plain flour. To that, I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. And then, because I'm using like granulated white sugar in my cake batter, I want to do something a little different for texture and taste. So I'm going to use light brown sugar. Plus it adds a little bit of a caramel flavor. So you will need 3/4 of a cup, which is 155 grams of light brown sugar. Let's put that in there. And then I know that in North America for crumb cakes, we use ground cinnamon. Tastes really good. But I'm going to do something a little different today, and I'm using 1 teaspoon of ground cardamom. This is a wonderfully complex spice. It's sweet, but yet warm and spicy, and it kind of has this floral, kind of lemony flavor. Really nice in this crumb cake. And you can either buy the ground cardamom in your, like the spice section of your grocery store, or you could get the pods and then just, crush them till they're finely ground. Either way. Now, if you kind of say to me, no, I don't want to use ground cardamom, that's fine. You can just replace it with 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Either way, this cake is delicious. So just kind of mix that all. Oh, I can really smell that cardamom. It is wonderful. So please try it. So let's mix that together. You could use a whisk. I'm just using my hands. So now you will need 10 tablespoons, which is 140 grams of, I used unsalted butter. You could use salted. And I just melted that. And we're going to add that. And yes, I did use a little of this melted butter to butter my pan, just to save myself some time. Won't matter a little bit less. And I'm just going to stir that all together. Pretty easy. Probably shouldn't use the whisk for this. Don't use a whisk for this. I'm going to use my... Now I like to just mix it until like all the flour and sugar is moistened, but it's still kind of in clumps. I mean, you couldn't keep mixing it till it's in crumbs, but my preference is big clumps of crumbs on top of my cake. If you don't mind getting your hands a little dirty, you can put your hands in there and do it. Yeah, that looks about right. They're all moistened. Okay, so that's our crumbs, not too hard. Now for our cake, this is a yogurt cake. So again, we're making it by hand. We have 1 bowl for dry ingredients, 1 for wet. We'll start with our dry. I have 1 2/3, which is 225 grams of all-purpose flour. You may know that as plain flour. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon, 4 grams of baking powder, a half a teaspoon, 2 grams of baking soda, a half a teaspoon, 2 grams of salt. I like to use the kosher salt. It's got a little milder flavor to it. You could use table salt. And then I'm using just a little bit of a quarter of a teaspoon of the ground cardamom. Again, if you prefer cinnamon, you could use cinnamon. And cardamom and coffee go really good together. So I'm adding just a half a teaspoon of instant espresso powder. You could use instant coffee powder or grind some beans if you want. Or you can leave that out. And I'm just going to whisk that together. Pretty easy. And then for our wet ingredients, I have 2 large eggs, which is about 100 grams. And you want your eggs at room temperature. Cake batters, you want everything at room temperature. And then I'm going to add, of course I said a yogurt cake, so I'm going to add some yogurt. 3/4 of a cup, 180 grams of, I'm using a whole or full fat, plain Greek style yogurt. Could you use sour cream? Yes, but then of course it wouldn't be a yogurt cake, but it'd be a sour cream cake, but still really good. So either one. And then I am going to flavor this with 1 teaspoon, 4 grams of pure vanilla extract. That's just for flavoring, so if you don't want the vanilla flavor, you can just leave that out. And we're not using butter here, we're using oil, which will keep the cake soft even when it's refrigerated. And it makes it really nice and moist and dense. So a half a cup, 120 grams of a flavorless oil. So that could mean corn, vegetable, canola, safflower, even a light olive oil, whatever you have. And then lastly, 1 cup, 200 grams of granulated white sugar. Like I said, we're using granulated white in the batter, and then we use the brown sugar in the topping. Okay. So mix good. So now I'm just going to, lots of dishes, put a little well in the center, pour that in, then we're just going to mix the two together. All you want to do is mix them together, get all the dry ingredients moistened. Don't overdo the mixing here. So that'll make it a little tough if you overmix. Okay, looks about right. Well, make sure you get all that flour on the bottom. Okay, move that. Whoop. So, I'm going to pour my batter in the bottom of the pan. And then just going to use just an offset spatula or the back of a spoon just to level that out. Okay, looks good. And then I'm just going to take my crumbs, break them up a bit, and scatter them over the top. As you can see, this is lots and lots of crumbs. If you kind of said, well, it's a little too much, I mean, you could make less, but hey, it's a crumb cake. And they're so good. Okay. Bit there, and then just gently pat down so the crumbs will adhere to the batter. And we're going to bake. Everyone's oven is a little different. I find in my oven, I would say about 40 to 45 minutes. But you know, always kind of don't kind of walk away and just set the timer, and kind of check a little before that just to make sure, because you never know. And what you're looking for will rise. The crumbs are going to turn this beautiful golden brown, and a toothpick inserted into the center will come out clean. So 40, 45 minutes. And I do like to rotate my pan front to back about halfway through baking for even baking. Okay, so our crumb cake is done. So put your pan on a wire rack. So as you can see, beautiful golden brown, and a toothpick inserted into the center did come out clean. So now I'm going to let this cool probably about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to show you how to take it out of the pan. You don't have to because it's kind of a coffee cake, but so let it cool, and then we'll come back and take it out of the pan. So to remove the cake from the pan, I'm using an offset spatula or a knife, and then just run it along the inside just to make doubly sure it's not sticking. And then I'm just going to take a wire rack, flip it. Hopefully it'll come off. There we go. And just peel off the parchment. And we're going to flip this back over. Now, like I said, this is a snacking cake, so a lot of times I don't even take it out of the pan. But if you were taking it somewhere, or you were you wanted to give it to somebody, you want it out of the pan. So now, you can dust the top of the cake with some powdered sugar if you want. I don't really think it needs it. It's sweet enough, but I mean, it kind of finishes it off. And just cut myself. This is quite rich, so you might want to cut smaller pieces. And oh, there we go. Isn't that gorgeous? You got the nice cake on the bottom with the crumbs on top. Let's try a little. The cake is so moist. You've got that yogurt, and then we used, as you remember, the oil instead of butter. So it's dense, it's moist, sweet. I like the little bit of cardamom, and then the little coffee in the cake adds a bit. And of course the crumbs. So good. Buttery, sweet. And again, that cardamom, you know, if you've never used it in your baking, you know, you might want to give it a try, because it's, you know, cinnamon's nice, but cardamom takes it to a whole different level. Very nice cake. I mean, you can just eat it like this. You could serve it with some whipped cream. Never against that. So try this one. And until next time, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of JoyBaking.com.